Hello, it's amazing welcoming you again to the Mentorship Education platform. Today I am bringing to you Mentorship Motivational with a little deviation from our usual mentorship lesson series. It is classic, inspiring, and propelling. As such, I encourage you to take advantage by giving little of your time to listen, and you will never regret you did. It is my pleasure, therefore, to speak to you on the caption, The Crowd versus the Few. The crowd versus the few. You would notice that in every group of people, there are the exceptional few who are always making the difference, and every other person tends to be looking up to them. For instance, do you know that out of the 100% population of the world, only about 3% few controls the economy of the world? The remaining 97% others, which constitutes the crowd, tends to be looking up to them. As unfortunate as it sounds, this is even true and obtainable in our local communities, in our classrooms, in our professional bodies, in our industries, and what have you. As I seek to know the why of this, then I discovered that why the crowds have chosen to live within the confines of the common societal norms, beliefs, and sentiments. There are those who choose to live beyond the common societal narratives, to do things differently and set standards for themselves. They are the few doing incredible things and making the difference. While the crowds complain and give excuses with the unfavorable economic conditions, there are the few who choose to make it favorable for themselves and their loved ones. They find a way to make the much needed difference. They make possibilities out of what others consider impossible situations. While the crowds are comfortable with a status quo of mediocrity, there are the few that went extra mile to break the status quo and attain enviable heights in their enterprise. While the rest of the classes are holding on to the sentiment that no man has ever graduated with a first class in that discipline, there are the few who refuse to buy into such narratives. Hence, they broke the limit and made the difference. While the crowds are saying there is no job, the few are busy creating jobs and employing people. Until you begin to live beyond the common societal norms and sentiments, to think, see, and do things differently, you may never make a difference in life. Why complain there is no job when you can actually create jobs and employ people? Do you know, or don't you know, that your brain is worth more than million jobs? Rather than carrying CV from one company to the other, in the name of looking for employment, why not think of employing people to work for you? Or don't you think it's possible you too can be counted among the few? Yes, you can make the much needed difference. The space is wide open to everyone and anyone that can step into it. But you can't get there by mere wishing alone. Until you begin to think in that line and to do things differently from the crowd. You must understand that God has given to every man equal opportunity. What you make out of the opportunity given to you is entirely up to you. You must not be confused about where to start from. There is no better place to start from other than the place you are right now. Start by thinking and doing things differently than you did yesterday. It does not matter how little or crude your start may seem. You must not be deterred by what people will say. You must understand that whether or not you do something, people will say. If you are focused and have vision, you will surely get there. Rather than complaining that your brother, uncle, or friend is not helping you, why not think of helping others? You must understand that the conclusion of your life is in no man's hand. It is in your hand to determine. The grace of God is being made available for everyone to profit. It is you and only you that will determine what you do with the grace that is given to you. There is no need to envy or jealous anyone. You too can become even more. You too can become even more. You can be the best in your studies, the best in your career or profession, the best in your business area. You have what it takes to get to any height of your desire. You have all it takes to do exploit and make the difference. Quit following the crowds. Separate yourself completely from the crowds, because if you continue to think, see, and do things like the crowd does, you will produce no different results. It does not always happen by luck. It will only take your diligent, conscious effort to make it happen. You too can make the difference, even the much needed difference, and impact your world. You too can make the much needed difference and impact your world. Don't forget that ability to make it happen is nowhere but in you. As much as you desire to live in affluence and make the difference in your world, remember it will profit you nothing, absolutely, to gain the whole world and lose your soul. For many indeed are called, but few are chosen. If you are not living your life for Christ, you are just wasting the opportunity given to you to live the glorious life of God here on earth and as you would in the eternity. Living for Christ is the best achievement any man can have in this life. Living for Christ is the best achievement any man can have in this life. I thank you for your time and for listening. Mentorship Motivational is brought to you by first-class mentors. My name is Nelson Chinemere. Thank you once again. Please, if you are blessed listening to the Mentorship Motivational, kindly share so that some other person will take advantage as well. I thank you once again, and God bless you profusely. Thank you.